Hello viewers, it's me Duncan on the ESC-DN channel, and well, it's about time because today we're going to take a look at the last 5 acts of the first semi-final and their second rehearsals. And in this video I'm going to share my own thoughts after seeing the 30-second rehearsal clips that we just saw. So yeah, that's going to be a little quick video since there wasn't anything interesting here. So let's get started. And once after I deliberate, I'm gonna do my first semi-final rankings before the entirety of the show as usual. So I'm gonna get to it. So that video will release by the weekend if we finally got some stuff out of the rehearsal. So with that matter, let's get started. So first things first, I'm gonna share my own thoughts on all the acts, those 5 acts that just made their final rehearsals, the second rehearsals just yesterday, and we just saw the first rehearsals of the Big Four in Austria. Those first look photos will be coming up a little later as the time of recording, but yeah, so with that matter, it's time to start off a little easily with number 5. That is Senhit featuring Boy George with Superstar. Yes, Boy George was here, of course. Boy George was here, and needless to say, from what I can look from the photos, it looks dazzling for the most part. Like, look at the staging. It is completely wild. Like, totally. Especially at how dazzling, Senhit looks, and especially the dances as well. And Boy George even appearing. That was interesting. But the staging is pretty much a lot too much luxurious, couple of diamonds, stuff and like that. But it is simple as it is. But yeah, at least this thing's impressive because they even have some pyros in it, which is nice. So at least the song is alright. There's not as much to add, but yeah. But for the staging, it is a little dazzling. Number 4 is Alicia with the song Play for Poland, and look at the choreographics. Look at the choreo. Like, the dancers are doing what? This is crazy. And not only that, but they stand on the platform, and so did Alicia. That was interesting. But something like that, this is really neat for the most part. Like, I totally had to say, this was interesting. The most interesting stage that we ever got, but that's alright though. But even though the graphic is pretty much as what it pertains to the pre-parties, except a little bit better though, so at least do something. Up next, number 3 is Esila with Dancing on the Ice for Belgium. And Dancing on the Ice seems to be okay for me, but staging aside, well, there's a lot you can tell. From what I can tell from the first rehearsal photos, there was some snow for some reason, which is interesting. Not only that, but the dances are so choreographed. Oh, and of course, somehow, even though she did not dance, I think Esila did some very interesting parts of the song, which is nice. I really like it. But needless to say, this was a very okay, decent staging though, but at least there's something. Up next is Lithuania, number 2. That is Solo Quiero Más by Lainzika. And yes, the performance sounds basically mostly the same as his national final performance, even better. With that, whatever this thing that's now powered by electricity for some reason. And yeah, he can move very, very nice somehow, which is very impressive. But I'm still looking forward to see the subtitles and the performance. I just saw a couple of leaks from it from the rehearsal spoilers. I just don't want to talk about it, but yeah, expect to have some subtitles in his performance as well. So much like his, I think, other performance, but we're gonna look at that. So for the meantime, I guess we're gonna stop with Lainzika's stuff because pretty much his performance still basically is what it was, but it is what it is. And I had to slay for the best. Lavina with Climber, number 1. There was only, I don't have words. The staging is impressive. Look at how, those pyro stuff coming around, of course, when Luca, the main guy, literally screamed, and somehow the shaking, the movements is that shocked me. And even the sword came in out of nowhere for some reason as a stage prop, which is impressive. Really love the staging, really love the song as well, and that's why I really love this song as well. and I might say that I should up its ranking for that reason. Maybe we should do that in my top 15 post-rehearsals video, I guess. Yeah, so with that matter, Cryman is basically my favorite hour of the night, and we're still looking forward to see what's coming up in the entirety of the show that's coming up on the 12th. So for the meantime, I'm gonna stop right there. All right. So that's it. So that's basically your quick, whatever you call it, thing. My top 5 for those who are the last batch of the first semifinal acts that had happened yesterday, alongside the Big Four in Austria's first rehearsals yesterday, and yeah, this was, I think, the last one before the dress rehearsals. You know, those acts from the first semi, and of course tomorrow I'm gonna share my own thoughts on the first 10 acts of the second semifinal, and then the following day I'm gonna share my own thoughts on those 5 remaining acts from the second semifinal and the Big Four in Austria as well. That'll be mixed, and after which I'll be uploading my top 15 for both semis each after the rehearsals and before the entirety of the shows, of course. And if I plan to say this, if I is able to get this according to plan, either May 11th in the evening or 12 in the morning, I'll be doing my top 15 for the first semifinal post rehearsals, and then as usual do it again May 13th or 14th, and then of course 15th or 16th my top 25 for the grand final before the show, of course. As and so for the meantime, I guess we're done here, because yeah, that's a little quicker than I expected. So please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell, and send it to all as well. And you can also check out my socials, my link tree linked in this channel's homepage as well. You can also find my other socials where I'm also available. So for the meantime, my name is Duncan Nichols. Thank you for watching this video here on ESC-DN, and we'll always be united by music. See you tomorrow for my top 10 on the first batch of our second semifinalists after their second rehearsals.